come. Tell me Deputy Minister, thank you for we hold the fort last week. And tell all the partner they will make who bring this press conference cancel on live every week. Plenty thank you. All the radio stations, community radio stations across the country, all the media platforms in across the country. We blogging partners them, very important partners them. All the mobile phone companies them, Orange and Africell with the support we. Sierra Wata, VSO, they make sure say we 100% of all we events then get live sign language. This is very important to President Bureau commitment for inclusion. A saloon. Before we get to the panel, I want to start with some news updates we get for share with you now. The first news I don't insert and gist now. His Excellency the President, retired Dr. Julius Madabio, been lead the Salon delegation for attend the heads of state summits, then call on the tripartite summit. Salon. We then get na Conakry, Guinea for talk about how we go date together as neighboring sub-region. The meeting be bring together His Excellency Mamadi Doumbouya, President of the Republic of Guinea, His Excellency Joseph Nyuma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, and of course, the first gentleman of this republic, Commander-in-Chief, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio. They may focus on strengthening relationships and talk about how they want let peace reign and for let we bring down the tension. I just want to make clear, say, when we been choose the option for go peace, some people meaning on social media, then they talk. Some man may they criticize and condemn. Once again, we don't see the path where His Excellency President Julius Madabio choose, now the smarter path, and the path where they lead to greater and long-term stability. And as we come for start this show, we also see Guinea just don't announce the immediate withdrawal of the majority of the troops them from the border. So diplomacy wins, the leadership and the wisdom of President Julius Madabio and the ECOWAS chair, we know Sinai responsible as well for make sure peace happen here, he win, and then they don't be a very, very good outcome. The second news that last week, His Excellency the President may receive the update reports on the Presidential Council for Delivering the Feed Salon initiative. When I all get copies of that report, you see remarkable progress with the Feed Salon initiative. All the numbers and the President Biobi tell them thank you. We don't see imports don't go down, production don't increase in the country. The results them will they begin for CM as well in and across the country. So this now be one big event will happen as well. Last week, I have future perspectives and work with we at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education and be host the West Africa Youth Symposium. We've been feature the former Nigerian Vice President. We've been dinaya. We the the co-founder of Future Perspectives, Yemi Osibanjo, and it been gets a panel discussion, conversation with Dr. Fatou Wui, when our Salon sister be moderates. The Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, be non-call on African leader them for ensure that the rapidly expanding digital platform economy for promote fairness, dignity, and protection for workers across the country. The Honorable Vice President will talk at the Governing Council meeting of the African Regional Labour Administration Center, where the Minister of Labour and Employment, my colleague, Honorable Mohamed Rado Soare, be host na Salon for the very first time. That'll be a big honor for the country, and we're proud to say that they be happen. Final news story where they are in front of me now that last week, Salon government being send a high power delegation to the CSW when the Commission on the Status of Women conference in New York, and many of we be make some interventions. Maybe I'm very proud as Minister of Information for speaking at multiple panels and for talk about the truly transformational work of President Bio don't do since he become president of this republic. When it comes to investments in women and girls, when it comes to in commitment to social transformation, when it comes to in commitment to real tangible transformation for women and girls, nobody, and I say this without an iota of doubt, no other leader nor can close to him in the history of this country. And in fact, now one of the bright shining examples globally. I give some number, then I see some people let me want for contest. I tell them, say, you can contest me even at information. But we come to women and girls issues, you cannot contest. If I give you data, that data then at the empirical me. One of my last job then with the population council, when are the single largest, most credible compiler of girls' data on earth. I did have the work as a senior associate. So I know that data, I know the salon data. Before President Bill Power Naya, the data on women and girls, particularly girls' outcomes, was abysmal. Girl picking in chance at completing school. We start school at year 1 was 1 in 3. For complete tertiary education was 1 in 10. Less than 10% of women and girls were expected to complete school. By age 18, 19, 1 in 2 girls will have been pregnant at least once. Then when they get pregnant, we kick them out of school. That's the facts. Today, we have achieved gender parity. We have the highest number of girls in tertiary education in the history of this country. We have, when you talk about outcomes in terms of secondary education, President Bill don't work. So, what would they go out there for share the story of Sierra Leone? We do it with utmost pride because President Bill don't do something we no other leader now ever do again. Salute. Anyway, next, I'm going to the cabinet's conclusions. We're very proud to say this government, again, the only and the first government in the history of Sierra Leone, every week when cabinet meets, President Bildon directs that we for share the cabinet's conclusions with the public, with the people of Sierra Leone. And I know for no, the cabinets have been behind the veil. Nobody know that's what's happen. But under the leadership of President Bill, he don't instruct every cabinet conclusion will come and tell Una you get the job now for share with the people of this country. So let's just go to the key updates from the last cabinet. So last cabinet we've been held on the 11th March 2026, chaired by His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio and attended by every member of cabinet, fully represented. Let me make the following cabinet conclusions for your information. First, cabinet approve a comprehensive review of the Public Procurement Act of 2016. The goal now for improved transparency, efficiency, and value for money in the use of public resources. Things we know say need to be done. Cabinet also now approve Sierra Leone in ascension to the International Organization for Mediation. We will strengthen the country's role in peaceful dispute resolution at the international level. Number 3, Cabinet approve an agreement for support, reception, temporary hosting, and humanitarian services under the Third Country National Agreement in collaboration with the international partners. These are very specific agreements with third party for provision of services for under the Third Country National Agreements. Fourth, Cabinet approve funding for support the government in legal defense in ongoing international arbitration proceedings for ensure Sierra Leone is properly represented and our interests are protected. The AG being required for bringing that paper into cabinet for seek cabinet approval for the current arbitration proceedings with Sierra Leone involved in. Cabinet approved the proposal for review and improve the conditions of services for judges. Alone, including the preparation of a new amendment bill for reflects the current realities. Cabinets not approved and the 6th paper in cabinet have been for approved steps for let's say Leone sign and ratify the second optional protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. And this basically the strong part of that protocol they now for reinforce the commitment to the abolition of the death penalty. When I've been in New York, One of the things they were talk on one panel, with the talk about progressive reforms and backlash. I say if you take progressive reforms, which President Bio don't do nas alone, it almost was unheard of. One of the first things he did was eliminated the death penalty. And cabinet took another step again for enshrine this international second protocol, we will strengthen with commitments to the abolition of the death penalty. Finally, the AG will bring a paper for approve a comprehensive legal framework for combat fraudulent schemes, including online investment scams and overseas travel fraud, for better protect the states and for better protect the citizens. That framework they don't be approved by cabinet. All these are the paper that will be in front of cabinet at the last meeting, at the conclusion, and then we cabinet may reach for the people of Sierra Leone. Now, that's onto the panel. I get somebody we don't need introduction. That's alone. I think now one of the killers of that progress they were just talk say happen at the women's movements at the country. His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, in gender advisor, one of his senior strategic advisors, them, former women's leader, former spouse to the president of this country. They don't hold leadership positions all throughout in life. Family they call her Madam Aisata Jabi Kaba, but they call her IJ. That's all man they call her Auntie IJ. That's what they call her. We really privileged and honored for getting on this platform now doing this week. And I want to say thank you for where you come. I also want to welcome my brother, brother Alfonso Manley. We in India represent civil society. He can talk for civil society. It means we'll get unfinished talk. So this conversation already starts today. I don't tell and say, me, I like public accountability. When you talk something for stand by, would they resolve? I don't tell and say they can't clarify. Comment. We be make na radio, I've been saying else. Would they start yonder? But first, Lord Council anti IJ, Lord do woman talk first. Anti IJ, I just mentioned, say the country very proud for what President Bio don't do. We just don't observe International Women's Day. Multiple issues in this still. I want to let you use this platform for an update from the presidency on the progress we the country don't make in advancing gender transformation in this country. All the progress we don't make for advance women's rights in this country. Also, you see the challenges they left right now and waiting they keep you busy as the country, the president's in senior advisor on an issue we me know say very, very dear to His Excellency the President. Would you give 7 minutes? Let you lay the ball for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister, and good afternoon to members of the Fourth Estate. I want to say plenty thank you for who invite me here today, for giving me the opportunity for talk to not only me brothers and sisters way inside this hall, but to the country as a whole. You know, for talk about waiting President Bio don't do for the women and girls of Sierra Leone, 7 minutes not do. But I'm sure a lot of una know because not what we hide, nothing where the empowerment and the development program it don't be reflected in the status of women in this country. As you rightly say, first term, when you look at the number of women in the parliament, I don't go say it be abysmal, but it be very, very small. But today, we get 41 women in the parliament. When you look at also the cabinet positions, when appointed positions, both deputies and ministers, we get more than 26 to 28 women cabinet ministers and deputy ministers included. When you look at also na the MDAs, key MDAs, take NRA for example. Now, woman we get there as the Commissioner General. You take the civil aviation. Now, woman will get there. And I will name plenty, 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 plenty. Yeah. But the reason why that all happened, the woman in this country will be on the clamor from when me the college. Me, I can tell people say when I the college and that start politics. Every day with the fella Nana Pratt, and Dr. Nana Pratt was my lecturer. Then the women's forum. Where did they come for agitate, for women's empowerment, for law get proper laws, we will make woman get 30, at least minimum 30% quota. Even when my husband become president, we all been there agitate. Instead of doing you, he bring the three gender laws where we appreciate so much and we all the benefit from them. But President Nkrumah self come, he do a little bit. But because we been want a law, we been want an act we go guarantee so that tomorrow, if President Bio no dey, any other president come, you know go just grab and change that law dey without go through parliament. We work out with that bill. We chase President Kurumana Makini. We chase Sana Moyamba. It give we all the hopes and assurances. It not happen during in time. When President Bio the campaign, he say if una vote for me, I be president. The minimum 30% quota representation within the TRC, I will make sure say it become a reality. And it happened of Freetown. And I dey enjoy for do that job day because you know why? A service to humanity. Because if today me Sidona as IJ Kaba, as the wife of former President Tijan Kaba, as former Vice President Frabe College Student Union, as former Vice President Solomon Coker Hall, as former President Apwa, I will continue for name there. Now, because of course, as Solomon Coker Hall,
Full hall, na
they
dey
say the
been
great
there.
Solomon
Full
Coker
hall, na
Hall.
dey been there.
I able for do that one day because waiting do I grow up na a community where I've been safe, when I've been protected. Nobody no begin tamper with me, we go dampen me spirit, we go affect me confidence. So because I grow up that way day, I be able for achieve what I able for achieve so. So what thing they happen? If we all, including one we sit inside this hall, we not grab and add with voice and campaign and raise awareness and make this particular crime, we all be responsibility. We will end up forget girl picking there, we no go down school. We will end up forget girl picking them, we intimidated, we no get self-confidence. We will end up forget girl picking them, we no go able to do anything better for themselves and society. Because why? They tamper with them. And you know what he mean? When you begin tamper with girl picking at that early age, you don't kill his self-esteem. You don't kill his self-esteem. And today, with the if I the latest victim will get, now 2 years. The minister will tell you, 2 years of age. Waiting for goodness sake, you want for do 2 years. If you look at Rainbow then report, a victim of 6 months old. What do you want for do with 6 months old? So now that make me don't make a be point of duty say we go continue for raise the awareness. And don't get me wrong. The reason why we there now was all the issues there because policies then they laws then everybody is now responsible. You go to police, they're not gonna begin play with you matter because they know say hey we can't chase you. Rainbow Self they will get civil society organizations now where they breathe blow the whistle. And community engagement don't help greatly. Now me could need the time for engage the community. Because some of them how they happen. So say the come no. You know, even day, you don't let him pick, you don't go to farm, you don't go sell, you don't go work. But if you get good neighbor, that neighbor they will raise the alarm. Recently, we got an issue in one school at Barwick Street. Now the teacher raised the alarm. Then put on a social media. Because when you look at the beginning filing, numbers the way they for call, all day off. What thing they do? If video the beginning back, somebody beats a 7-year-old picky, beats her mercilessly. And also what that first thing they don't beat them. Because if you look at the beginning back, they see all marketing day. What in that teacher they do? A video that picking, it puts on a social media, it they call me name, it they call the Minister of Gender name, it they call other authorities and them say, when I come to this beginning help. By the time they come up and make an embassy, they reach at the school. I meet past 3 civil society activists and don't reach there. The Minister of Gender don't send the officers them for go take this one green picking. So you see why make it very much necessary and important for we all make them a point of duty so for pay attention to this menace. Because some of them think, oh, are they afraid make them not cost me? Or are they afraid let them not say a bizarre body? No, no. It will happen to your own picking tomorrow. It will happen to me own picking. Because don't not get me wrong. Some of the perpetrators, now family members them. Some of the perpetrators, now teachers. Some of the perpetrators are religious leaders. Now that make we the plan a very big conference now we want for engage all of them factors there. Then sectors there want for engage religious leaders, both Muslims and Christians. Because Puja Obinga one issue there. Wouldn't be the perpetrator. The man where they teach them Quran, where the girl beginning the way they teach them Quran. It they tamper with the beginning small. We don't get an issue with a pastor involved. So now that make we don't get an issue with teachers they involved. We don't get an issue with family members they involved. Where the woman in your small brother, what mommy one daddy, don't tamper with all twin girl picking them. Under nose. So now that make we need for raise awareness. We need for make sure if them matter happen, then issues that happen. Let we follow them up. Like what happened at Moyamba? The woman left in 2-year-old picking to 1 15-year-old boy and the pan have been 60 years. They still in custody. He go for barely 22 minutes, he can meet him picking don't die. They rape that picking, broke in pelvic girdle, broke in one hand. Then when them matters, then they come the police. Now that time they go see authorities then go can say this person. Now so person that the society. So now that will for raise awareness on. Now that will for pay attention to. Me, I can say I need a lost hope in social media. There are positive things the way they happen there. Amidst the course and the false information where they go there. So me, I just want to indulge, I want to encourage everybody. Let we make this we responsibility, let we pay attention so that we'll get we picking them for living a peaceful atmosphere.
Thank you so much, Auntie Aisatu Jabi Kaba. I just want to let Fambule make sure say we not miss some of the headline that we Madam Kaba mentioned. From 2018 to 2023, President Bill doubled, more than double the percentage of women in our cabinet. The percentage of women in our parliament doubled, more than double in our parliament as well, more than double. Investments in women and girls, unprecedented, from free education to direct investments in girls. You take the legal framework, Sexual Offences Act, President Bill updates them and now creates stringent punishment against people the way they sexually abuse with girl picking. So some people already see the number now, you say the number don't go up. Not so incidents don't go up because you cannot prove incidents, but reporting don't go up. Why? Because there's greater confidence. Because you now know say there is a one-stop shop. You now know say there is a dedicated court system. You now know say the system they respond to these issues. So you take education, will they provide priority for girls who they study STEM in fact now because we don't add agriculture there. So that it means say if you na girl pick where they study science, technology, engineering, agriculture, or math from preschool all the way through university, this government they make you a priority in terms of investments. Unprecedented. Wetin President Bill don't do. So one for I think the people of this country really appreciate that. One issue I want to comment on because I know say them will get question, they don't ask you this question before, is woman the way they in conflict with the law. There's a particular case where all man they talk about I can look for use the press briefing as an opportunity to give government leaders an opportunity to address and talk directly on controversial issues. That's why we're here. We're not here for balance, right? There's a relatively well known, and I want to say prominent, it's more notorious, but still, Sierra Leonean on social media, we now they in conflict with the law. I don't see you don't make an appeal in the past, but maybe just give updates on your position on these kinds of issues and waiting you expect as the gender advisor, but also, like I just point out, a stellar career in leadership from school days through university, everywhere you've been a top public, public leader, and even in opposition. But one day, nobody know accuse you say, "Nah, so you don't go cost this post, you don't go do this." So just maybe speak to how you approach the issue, then we'll cancel petroleum.
Thank you very much, Siba. You know, this particular issue where the trend, me and one person, anything we get for do with woman, I don't care which party you dey, I don't care you tribe, I don't care who say you dey work, as long as you're a woman of Sierra Leone, and it is you don't make anybody take advantage by you. But what thing I no go also encourage, I no go encourage you for do things the way go make you there against the law. We all know to saints. Me was serious, have been a very hot tell some of us have me. I need free for tell anybody the truth. I respect people, but I always make sure, even in opposition, whatever I do, it is within the law, the ambits of the law. The issue of with sister, me I condemn them, and I tell other organizations say that that's what don't do. When somebody do bad, you know, Sierra Leone, this hypocrisy, then they spoil this country, and some of you refuse to be part of that. If somebody do bad, I don't care now. Tell the person, say what you do is wrong. When you don't tell them, say what you do is wrong, you don't establish that fact, they say what the person do is wrong, then you can now come and say, as a Kumra, at the big. Then you don't do justice, not only to your conscience, but even to the country. Some of we in this country will not get no option, will not get no side for go. Where some people like you say, oh, I go Oxford, I go this, I can say me, the full blown Sierra Leone product. I don't want to go private school safe. I go primary school, secondary school, I do all my degree. First degree in Frappe College, postgraduate diploma IPAM, my master's in gender studies Frappe College. So some of you not get no side for Gonaya. So if anybody they try for spoil that peace who we suffer for bring come, we know give that opportunity there. So what's would they now? Me, I believe say everybody get right. And you know, I can say that you right. Not allow that you right there for tamper with somebody in your existence. Opposition, you get right for talk. Me, as in opposition, I talk. But on issues. On issues. I not like for attack personality. But one minute, you go grab, let them kill people. For goodness sake, anybody we don't in this country, this 11 years of barbaric war with this country go through, you know go one for like walk out of this country. Take today, some of we come on at the provinces, who come on at Kono and Kailan, with people in the grapple with the effects of this war. Take today, some families waiting they lost, they're not ever able to regain them. Family members then die, they rape women, then they rape picking them. I can always say this story. There's a particular gentleman, I don't go calling him now. I mean one of the RUF fighters. But my husband, Pakaba can live with anybody. This particular former minister, minister of lands, that be RUF. But because of in history, when people they tell we how they get them drums then we do clean, they go open belly, oh my belly for check na boy picking on a girl picking, they say no na open belly. It go take kumra and picking and back, send inside hot oil. I be so hate that man. What as he enter na me house, I don't go inside. So instead take notice, one day they tell me, man, this all man say you have good. a very hospitable say boy not like me. Because even when I come, I dey warn me stewards and strictly, I say we not get water for me drinking glass there. Una get inside the water bottle, the rubber. Una get the rubber. I dey warn Albert. Alaji Gillen sit down and they laugh. Me na that kind of person. I know they hide behind me finger. So one day he confront me. Before me man, I say, he say, all man say you good. He say, but you not like me. He say, I know what make you not like me. Then I go down ground, he begin beg me. I cry the whole day, I cry like saying I begging again. Because I just cry for relief the stress. So now some of them things I go through now this country being careless remarks no more. We see what happen in Rwanda. When one person just grab no more between Hutu and Tutsi, now one family, the same people, we see how they kill themselves the genocide. For let somebody grab no more the map talk say, if somebody rig election, let them kill him, picking, kill him, wiping one whole generation. Hey, bro, come on. We don't get space for that now, this country. But having said that, we don't come, yeah, we don't the big. Although the big not hold what tight. But we still the big. We still the appeal for let them tamper justice with mercy. Because we know say if Zainab come on a young girl, and I can tell them politics in the jumpy side, you learn them. Anything where you not learn, you always they get problem. You know they fall on social media, they the way they cause, so don't tell them they owe them, but not in this country. Then they out of this country. The one way they claim mommy cost 24/7, both woman and man, they cost all day. They're not in this country. You wait then you for no say the rule of law day. Law day. If you do this, and you are an enlightened person, so you know waiting for you know waiting not for do. Me we see me so very argumentative. A lot of us have been na. This la highway to the way the SLBC. What they go SLBC? One they me logos and Mome Bangura. Me one, they all two they both me. Na lie. But I talk waiting there within the law, and then they cost person. And they tell you the truth. You will tell somebody the hard facts and without not cost the person. You can raise your voice and shout Naya and say what you want for say without go against the law. But put in there for criticize government. But put in there for criticize leaders without go personal. I mean they criticize President Koroma. Yes. And they criticize them.
Right.
But one day I not go personal. So do you woman the way, be you journalist, be you politician, be you advocate, you do advocacy or whatever you do. You for know waiting are your limitations. If you know what's in your limitations, the law need to teach you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The senior advisor to His Excellency the President on Gender Matters, Madam Aisatu Jabi Jaba. Thank you so much. Leadership. One we can talk about petroleum. We'll come back to you. I like what you talk about commenting on issues. My brother Alfonso Manley, most people don't know say me Alfonso come off far. And me, when it comes to this work, we know the nothing not the way personal. It's the work. Like I say, because we don't say in the arena. We might look young, but some of we don't in the public eye for over 25 years. Here and around the world. We understand issues and they welcome criticism. I like a good debate. I enjoy a good debate. Anybody will serve me. So I like where your departure points was issues. Alfonso now one of the leading critical minds na Salone. But you get one issue with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. I don't know the stats. You need for clarify. You go na radio, you say me head of strategic comms, they threaten now. Also say the Ministry of Information and Civic Education don't collect all the money in a chairman for the civil society consortium and petroleum. So that comments will be make. This now the opportunity. Yeah, jara, man to man. Fully clarify. You know why make they ask you for clarify, sir? Because you know how this country dey, wait you talk so you know you don't know. Wait till they share back. They go round back, all around. Me or you don't talk. Or I don't want to let you just be with me or you talk. I want to let you clarify. So the record go they say, that's so it be, oh, that's so it be. So I dey give you 1 minute for like clarify that can out to petroleum. Go ahead. Ah. I dey get
Yeah, thank you
opportunity.
very much.
Yes, sir.
Well, of course, the comments one make maybe I go put her in a way, but we stick to them. What till we say not so on personal basis. Let's start with the ministry. I say most of the work wey Ministry of Information and Civic Education they do now work wey civil society for do. Then town hall meeting there are then most of them, that's what I say. Because when the minister be can say go get CSO decks. But the news we go to check no, it's not like for say I say now check no they take all the money. No, not so I be say. Until they all be the interview with dinner, look am behind that. And the ministry, and if I say the ministry, I stand by that one day. I not personalize them. In terms of Josise, well, Saul Amin, they call me. Say, Joe, they let me complain, no. Joe, they let me complain, no. So, myself go use the word say threatening. Yeah, not me for say threatening. Because like Josie see me in a brother. In fact, now laugh self we see me. But if they let me complain to Saul Amin, say, hey, man, they talk wrong so na radio. But what's make Joe they do that na the brother or na the friendship. Because you know, say we na the ministry. If the ministry say for work with CSO, now we can work with. Wait till me want tell the minister, if they don't say they establish a CSO desk. So for if you get program like the ministry, proper collaboration with the day. That promise they not fulfill it up to now. And that feel they come out. And instead of the civil society now, so they talk to government. So myself does put another shoes, they no must say feel the pinch small. Because I dey on the other side, you know, and so I make but I be brother oh, for long time. So minister Wale free me now on this thing. Joe not so. Joe no.
You better radio there. A very legitimate for raise your issues. We live in a democracy where President Bill wants laureate. The reason I cannot be comment publicly is because I get a number and I call her the or the talk. People then cut the clip and go and share and say, they say now I don't take over. First of all, no money, not the way the ministry they get was supposed to forget CSO. And all over the world are government in the host town halls. CSOs can do theirs. But you see the star, the sky, just because one star did it, don't mean say the other star did it, you know. So we don't one day go to organization where they give CSO the money, say give that money if we don't give them, can't give we. Who they host this every week is government's service, it's government's work. So I want family understand that part they say. Like right now, they do their own work on petroleum. But we not the Ministry of Information. No public no the way we big news car we want let CSO tell our waiting government's position is. CSO they can share their own perspective. But the government forget waiting the Americans call the bully pulpits. Nobody in voice no for be louder than the government. The government in any country, we lost that pulpit. You're not even a government. The government forget access to its citizens. So it's just a question of let we all understand as civic education. And by the way, we'll get a director of civic education now. We don't establish a civic desk. All of these were processes. Not so the minister they do something. The minister they write a proposal. They go PLC, they go HRMO, they go finance, then they advertise. Government hire one position, you know, it take 6 months, 1 year. So part of your job to navigation. So you know, look like now the minister not doing work. The minister has done everything. We don't lay the foundation. Today we get chief director Naya Almami Lai is now our chief director Almami Lai Kamara. We get director of information within Naya Auntie Frances Kafula. We get director of civic education within Naya. We get director of um, records and archives. We get director of planning. We will start Naya for 2.5 years. We only had one director, acting director, in fact, who be supposed to get five. Now, this 2026, there I don't be working at the enforcement, this and the work. So it's taking us time, but we're building an institution. So anyway, I think important for the good of the democracy, for the family understand and the civic education. That's for we It's okay, let's talk, but let's focus on the fact. Now, there's a big issue on petroleum. Uh, 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 you know, today just now, one of the news now that transport fares don't go up, while they also follow international news. Prices are high all over the world, not just high, but unpredictable and unstable. That Strait of Hormuz, as they call them, within near Iran, we've been the process up to 1/5 of all the oil we sell in the world. It don't be closed. In fact, 2 weeks ago, they allow few for common. Now they don't shut it down completely. And now they don't put pressure, including on countries like the US. By the way, I heard somebody talk yesterday say, oh, forget strategic reserve. Now I'm going to make sure say price not go up. In the US is an oil producing country. Then get significant strategic reserve, prices go up. It's basic. So, you know, there are certain factors. Yeah, the strategic reserve, they help you in some ways for prevent scarcity and for prevents a complete shutdown. And that's part of the plan we President Bill always gets. We would only and I make it create PRA, don't become MPRA, and I make it see the capacity of MPRA don't improve significantly. But only in the civil society space, when I say they pay attention to this, we want to bring you Kale, you share on your own perspectives because when I say they look at this and consider the effect on the ordinary citizens in life from on a consortium with now on a position and with one family no.
Yeah, thank you very much. Firstly, our family knows that this consortium we put it together in 2018. NPRA, World Bank don't give you extensive training for understand the downstream sector. Because NPRA, they deal with the downstream petroleum sector. And you get a chain of activities where we can list within that sector there. So all the family they understand that one day. Before now, then they call the institution PRA. In 2023, 2024, the process begin for change from an agency to an authority. We go give the institution a stronger mandate for ensuring there is fairness, there is transparency, there is accountability, and there is benefit for the consumer in the petroleum industry. This is why you see, say, the one day we do business, we get import license. Before Balua take office now about 2. Now, then they over than 10. Don't expand and enlarge the one day with the import fuel kind side. Because one of the function of NPRA now for give license for the downstream petroleum sector. And you get chain of activities then. Transportation, importation, storage, retailing, jetty, and bunkering. All of the one and the way we are engaged in any of the activities and the now NPRA get the mandate for give license. Now, what's in the happen so is purely an external issue. If nothing not they been at the world, price change now both internal and external. Internal get for do with to exchange rates. External get for do with the Platts. What's in a Platts? Now the price for refined products. We know they import crude oil. Because people in the week they quote the price of crude oil. We don't import crude oil. We import refined products. So that's the 2 variables where they determine price when things are normal. The exchange rates and the Platts. But when a situation that happen like this, the war between Israel, America, and Iran, that's purely an external factor. Why? Because the exchange rate still remain constant, still remain high in there. Now, they call the Strait of Hormuz corridor. Oman and Iran and they share that small line they inside the ship they pass. Now make we understand. Inside amplify this or this mic. Now then at the Strait of Oman. Yana na Iraq, yana Oman. Anybody where they pass the Iran get access to them. Let na balloon self send, they reach na the ship. Let alone we get missile, you get drone. You say if any ship pass yonder, everybody know the cost of vessel. To pick money. And most of the one they do the investments, they now private people then get them ship then they not to government property. So they know the risk. If country like Iran tell them say, yeah, if you pass out with your ship at the bomb. So what's in that happen? The products they become scarce, limited in supply. Simple economics. When once the supply don't be limited, the demand don't higher, what's in that happen? Price they increase. That's now one factor. We make them purely external. Now, what's in NPRA do? In 2024, World Bank supports NPRA. They send a consultant inside salon. That consultant then Dr. Elsin Akura for can review with pricing formula. Because in the old pricing formula, two things be needed be they make fair price, now make it be high. One, war risks. You tell me what been in a salon for less ship carrier, they pay that extra cost because then take and say now risky zone. They not be ever pull on the formula, they pay. Two, they pay and they call demurrage. Before now, ship carrier go take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. But because of the kind of facility where they are the ports now, within 24 hours, any vessel will come, it will float. None of they take 48 hours. None. Go do the research very well. None. So in the review of the new formula, they ensure say them pull them to your commodity. Now I make even see where the formula just review fair price can down. And the review formula they protect the investor and they protect the consumer. How? Things then they were very important. When you they import fuel for common at the Middle East, because everybody come and say no, na Nigeria they buy fuel. Where you want the data for this? Go NPRA, they have it. They have it. Go NRA, then get some. Then they tell you side invest where they come on. When they tell you, no hide. Most of the now then they come out. Now, when they left their side and the temperature thing they reach the fuel law is reduced. Law say this to quarter. If they come, yonder cold, yeah hot, it don't reduce half. The businessman be the losses. Then calculating at the price in formula then they call ocean loss, where they make them satisfy. So if that vessel where under cold or yeah hot, so then they compensate you for that. The pricing formula is so transparent, where now they plug from the landing cost from the money bam, say land and now say pay the different tax, you get the full pass it through, don't they know almost for profits. Small margin. What make NPRA they give the cap? Now if you for profit 2 Leone, you say no, I want profit 1 Leone. So you can sell if they said 32, you can sell 30, you can sell 28. Nobody know they owe you. But you know for past that one day, it's inside the act. Secondly, also for also understand the OMCs 100% are private people. Them who are the OMCs? They are NP, Conex, Leone Oil, Malado, J-Man, Zala. All of them are private people. 100%. Now then they go buy them products. They are calm. But because governments no want them for let them do how they want, so you can put your price, then create institution NPRA, then get the pricing formula. The minister be then at the meeting. If not so way NPRA and the government put in foot down, like that's where the fuel go 32 now 36 them you want. Minister be needed. We were given the opportunity as CSO, the part of them discussion and they. This is why I will not they talk too much. Because we get the facts. Inside the room, Minister of Finance said no. In fact, Information Minister and Enforce guy said no. We end up saying go 32. But if you look at the plats of late, diesel don't go up. As to yesterday, diesel now $1,156.00. petrol na 1028.5. Now make you see the price varies between diesel and petrol. Now wetin we wan make e harmonize na for adulteration. Wetin na adulteration? When you get them bad dealer them, like when diesel na 35, then they take petrol and go turn up on diesel. I don't understand this so. Because if you not provide them public education, I go feel like now government they go buy this fuel, now government they can't. Government say they buy fuel. Minister say they get cheats. Where government not pay them go petrol station, they pump them motuka and they pay them. It's not all for provide public education. Now what's now be the other targets? Before now, na 7 to 10 days reserve will be the gets. Vessel like every 2 days, every 3 days. It they make it be very difficult for them to get dollar na bank na black market same they go get dollar. Formerly like Connex scam, a build tank farm. APP cam, they repair the tank farm they will be there. Now we get 295,000 metric ton for put fuel. And that one day, government get 10% when I two for glad for. Like this strategy stock owner they talk. You know they make for say price, not they go up and canon. Wait see they do no more. Like if we Christmas, you want cancel all my hide fuel, government they pull and you yeah, go sell. You not sell now, but let's tell me say no, me machine and bug. Now make. But for say that they make price no canon, no. Because how this market is volatile. So tell me how they talk so the price don't change to them. Now so petrol business day. It's volatile. Now, what you for also understand. In this sector, when you dey build petrol station, all the cost wey you dey undergo at that petrol station, then from there profit they come out. Nobody no one they talk say petrol station they pay extra bill. Nobody no one they talk say petrol station no only they employ and they pay staff. Nobody no one they talk say the petrol station then they pay water rates. Nobody no one they talk say petrol station all the painter and they go buy paint can painter. Nobody they talk the overhead then do. Who say all that overhead they come out and the marginal profits. Now, if we say government for pull in tax commodity, now the pricing formula. Now this are one of the predictable revenue sector for government. Now government they pay school fee for picking are free, exam fee na free, school fee na free. If government they not pay police, they not pay soldier, you see say go able sleep na house. You not go able. So why would they talk this law bring the reality? Say they want they can't put money now invest in. Not that wale they go up. We don't want that. Minister then at the room say they nearly drag me as civil society was say, but this is not possible. Obam that price. And saying wait, they don't tabulate you don't see. But for the people they know say now with the effort of government, make at that time we go 32, you know, go 36. And when the trade minister there, he talk the same thing. So they are what we for pray for. And for this war, na Iran between Israel and America, let it end. Let that corridor they open. Once that corridor they open, they 20% of the investors they pass. Once it open, it go easy. Now you know thing get for happen back. What I want to tell the minister, they before starting it to get for a week, we gonna eco energy in place. I feel all the internal affairs minister because they don't do this. Then send fire inside the compound. If not to be God with the alarm, then get that 360 where the hot fire and that for don't burn for bill equity being a Guinea. Yes, Ministry of Trade get all the detail get meeting this morning. One of the biggest threats to the oil company are the investments now. Now they host already around it. They send fire, and this is the second time. Now when the fire alarm pick her up, the autumn inside Eco Energy then compound. That next year I go there, the chief director of trade go there. Because of the people that hold on the over the Leone oil them pipe, then these are the bossa. They do fear there. Government get for take this very serious to protect the investments in the Father forgive if anything behind apart from where the people then they lost the investments. Ask almost percent the petroleum sector they contribute to GDP. So there let government ensure say some of them people they don't relocate them, then buy land for them, and then at the committee, then buy land for them, then go, then come back, then can occupy the. No sign nothing at the wall we get Then kind installments and they allow hosting near they cook with for aside. They cook with gas. Now they have free gas day. Now they the installments day. Now they APP day. Now they NP day.
Right.
So as a consortium, as civil society, and for bring this camp to the notice of government, say the investments then they under threat. Enormous job then they create. So Mr. Minister, our left and so far, and team you don't solve this problem, but Josie say we sit down as my big brother. It don't tell what they not so today. May I say don't say. Let's buy guns. No, for done and for me now.
Yeah. Always I want to say, yeah. Also, so yeah, been there. Also, these guns cannot be there. So the government, they call civil society, consider we create the platform. He talk the opposition, call way out freely. We get somebody from the presidency, we get a full cabinet minister. Every week without fail, that the most transparent government is in the history of Sierra Leone. Facts. With platforms, we engage with the details. One thing I want to add quickly, and they will open up for ask questions to the panelists and all three of we. Now that the conflicts where they go on at the Gulf region, we not get nothing, we not get no ability for control am. We reliant, we faith the fundamentals of our economy. Basically, no matter how we do whatever we do for withstand and all this, we will feel the effects. The government they do as best as possible. The announcement we make last week, we even talked to the oil marketers for say yes, we agree for this increase, but we freeze all increases for 2 weeks. That's an unprecedented concession we government able for secure. I just flew in from the United States. You go buy fuel today now, yeah? This price, by the time they reach now, also reach another station, the price don't go up. Because it's dependent on what's in the happen, how the market they go, then they react, then they change. Salon, the government's intervention. I'm glad the way you talk because we were in those meetings at the civil and then comments. We sat in those meetings with colleagues, the Ministry of Finance, the FS, Minister of Trade. Delicate conversations where you put the formula straight up, straight jackets, you put all things inside the formula, waiting common at 36, 9 for don't be minimum. In fact, 36 for petrol, 39 for diesel. The Minister of Finance say yes, but we cannot pass through all of this to the people of our country. So the government insists on that significant reduction. Like I say, for a long time, even if the price they vary between petrol and diesel, we try for keep them the same for avoid the abuse that we don't talk so because that abuse the polymotka, they go lead to fire, they lead to all kind of issues. So government they hold the line as best as we can. Now keep in mind we commit to no increase for 2 weeks. We will not know if the price get for increase by 3%. So when they talk about reserve, then because of the work we don't do. And that understanding the relationship we will get with the private sector. By the way, one media house continue for quotes me say, so that government will get money for buy fuel. These people are there at the studio and they explain very clearly, say, in fact, now private sector people are more, some man just want to make headline. It's very important on this issue. I want to tell you, thank you, that we need forget people, this is an opportunity for them all learn. They understand how the petroleum sector they work. Like I say, in contribution to the GDP, people they say, "Oh, let government suspend taxes for now for ease the burden on the citizens." I say, not so they work. You need to tell Papa na OC not get money for cook because he begin get for they go school. So now you know eat again. Lord, the money we can spend for cook, Lord no cook, Lord no eat. You know that's also they work because now the same government, now the same purse. Government need for they talk, people they talk like say government revenue now individual pockets they go. Oh, the government revenue now they take for pay the teacher, now they take for pay the school fee, now they take for pay the hospital, now they take for run for the free health care for pregnant women. And then that money there they go. So if you say, oh, let government stop completely, so let government then become broke, now you're dealing with different kinds of problems. Because now you do doctor then strike, people begin die. So Germany say, hey, we know they get food. But this is not, so people they want for propose a simplistic solution, a complex strategic solution, like our President Bill don't do with the exchange with Guinea. He always they choose the the option will go be beneficial to the people of this country in the long term. No government, I can show now, no government no decision on money say our let fuel price go up. So suicide bomber. We grab criticize say our let price go up. We they do everything we can, but some things are without, they're not there in we control. Look at the fundamentals of the economy. Straight line, exchange rates. Most of you not be believe say possible for all the exchange rates stable. President Bill in economics, magical. If hold, I don't, you don't see the graph for a year. The line is straight. Incredible work. The economic management team. Inflation. The same people that were don't begin quote the inflation number now, they may say they not believe we be the 4%. Now we don't begin go up because of this crisis. They don't begin quote now. Inflation they can go up. I say no, no, no. You not been believe the inflation. You not been believe them. Pull on 55%. Can write down to 4%. Yes, with these increases in fuel, we don't begin creep up. We don't go about 6 point something percent and all that. So they tell you, see, we will not all the fundamental. I make what the year been done. Say we've been done consolidate. We've been done stabilize. Now, you may be the give the analogy. Say the plane don't stabilize and it been there now for takeoff. Unfortunately, this crisis don't come, it don't slow me down. So like how my brother say, we all for pray. Let the war done, may the streets open, may the markets normalize, and we na the government of Salon, the commitments we'll get. Once the price can down, the formula clean. If the price can down, you said they feel the price because they can down as well. And President Biona, the only president in me living memory under a leadership we feel price e go up and e can down. In the past, now not no more e go. And nobody can out. Questions. All right. We start 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. In that order, they start with here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go. Sharp, sharp.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fatih Rosali Modishula Wisha Conte, and I report for the Africa 24 newspaper. First, before I go to me question, I get one burning issue with me self experience on the 19th of February in the Connaught Hospital. So on that very day, I been cargo me grandma na the Connaught Hospital, and also I be get for buy a glove, a box glove of at 100 leons, and also bed lining. And why be then at the hospital say some the doctor be they talk about the malfunction of the machines then at the hospital. Even the next day we'll go for the cause of death, they be get for ton if not where we will be get post the way they work now the hospital day. But all this talk I be don't do a video and also I be don't send at the Ministry of Health, then group, but I not see anything because don't kind of thing they are now like a clarion call for let them know what thing they happen. Because if we not talk, then they know. So to me question, Madam IJ, are you the Duma? And my own question because I do some interviews them during this International Women's Day celebration. Yeah. So they be get for comments say because we get fine laws there where they guide woman and girl picking them in the country, but in terms of implementation, then you not really measure on that and also for put stringent measures in place because if una they make them fine laws they are there the punishment there not too because where we family say kill dog before dog island no say dog no say die dey. So at least una for try for put stringent measures in place. And lastly, you think say this year theme we talk about action, justice, and rights for women and girl picking them resonate with women and girl picking them in the country right now. The position of women and girl picking.
Okay, number 2, let's go faster.
Ibrahim Sarasise. I will start to Alfonso Mali. Probably you been try for the last press conference last week. You talk about public education on which you try for talk about how far una as civil society don't try for educate the public instead of una they condemn. And number 2 question to you also. Taking you back, you did talk about the fuel crisis. Now we don't see the transports don't go up. Una as civil society, how much una don't they advocate for the people in the area of the transport sector? Go to Madam Kaba. We don't see a lot of sexual penetration issues and they happen. Recently, civil society organization raised an alarm of a 14-year-old girl with 65 years old man pregnated 2 term. You know, it sounds very interesting for like one green picking somebody pregnant and 2 term. So, Una as are you as an advisor to the president on gender basis? Waiting don't be you space so far for like able for CC then system there una go able put on the stop to it because we don't see high rate of young girls then they now they bar them, beach road and other side them. Una self for stepping for able to talk to bar owners and club owners them for the underage business because we don't see them.
Thank you very much. Next.
Yeah. My name na Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper and Silla iWatch online. The question they go to Alfonso Mali and the Minister of Information. Minister of Information, the former Minister of Finance, Jacob Jesus Safa, been there Truth Media yesterday. He say a time like this, the government need to heighten the public education. What thing are you take on that? There's one. Alfonso Mali, you've been the chairman of Petroleum Consortium. And one of the things you people not able for, your advocacy not able for achieve it, that Sierra Leone are the only country, all the OMCs is privately owned, is not owned by government. The last time, the PRA chairman, the MPRA chairman, been say, then they try for let government back get a petroleum company for themselves so that it could compete with the private owner. Like, let's say, for example, the Waka Fine, where they compete with the private transport. They see, there is something like, ease of for the citizens. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Next one. Waka Fine, by the way, is not government owned, but okay. Well, it's government get money inside it, but it's privately run. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is Amos Marshall Tarawali, aka the microphone vandalist. Mr. Minister, I know and we all are aware that the cataclysmic brouhaha where they happen at the Middle East don't get a multifaceted consequential repercussion on the world, the global economy and Sierra Leone economy, especially in petroleum. I want to ask this question. The last Tuesday, the chairman or the DJ or so for the NPRA Bindina, Mr. Baloa, and he make mention frantically that we get a reserve will last you for 2 to 3 weeks, if my memory can serve me right. But as we approach payday now, it has been a phenomenon in this country, a tradition that when we approach big holiday, season, we get company then or petrol station them where they keep the fuel. Then they keep them and they can involve in their advantageous behavior then they for let them make personal profit. And when they keep on to some point, that's when the demand increase, then tend for raise the price on their own. I want to know if it is permissible for if you know people who are involved in it, and they, how you go report them, what thing go be the penalty for them. Number two, issues where they make around social media and the society, and that the issue of Falaba between Sierra Leone and Guinea, that border disputes, many people they claim saying that Sierra Leone offend Guinea. This it ain't a public. The mouthpiece of the government, I want to let you elucidate, let you elaborate on that issue, whether not true or not. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Yes, my name is Saidu Dumbuya, and yes, my name is Saidu Dumbuya, the right for exclusive. Mr. Minister, people and go for know how much government they get per each liter of fuel in the country. How much percent or how much money, how much Leone government they get, and I want. And Auntie IG Kaba, and I talk about woman them within the rape in this country. FGM now one of the burning issues we advocates you don't talk plenty terms say them for ensure say the abolition. But to you as an advisor to president, what do you wanna make up of the prevalence of FGM in the country? Thank you.
Munira Tukalan from Masi TV. First off, I would like to raise an awareness because young girls are becoming victims to cyberbullying. There is a particular trend going on, the anti-Shakira trend. I don't know all about that. So they're using nude videos of other people and attaching them to pictures of other girls from different schools. That's one. And my question goes to Madam IJ Kaba. Okay, you talked about the organization or the you being the advisor for gender and all that for the president is trying to work on a strict law for people who rape girls and women. I, for one, I have a cousin that is a victim. She was 4 years old. The guy will rape him, run away. So after 2, 3 years, he came back to Kenema. And then we tried to find justice for this young girl, but up till now, she hasn't gotten the justice that she wants. In fact, the mother, and I begin to say, well, me don't let me kiss God. So what are the things you people have to do? Because at this point, I feel like justice delayed is justice denied. And for the festival business, we are really thanking you all for the work you're putting in and the effort. But I feel like we as citizens themselves will not like we safe. Because when they try for work things out, but other people they do different thing. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I think the last question this for this round will wrap up. Yes.
Good afternoon. Alima Tukabo from Vantage Newspaper and Maintain Online TV. My question to go over to you, Madam Kaba. In your statement, you made mention of a key word called responsibility. You say we for be responsible for raise awareness with regards to gender-based violence. And plenty case, as a court reporter, plenty case they don't report and they don't charge na court. We get for deal with gender-based violence, and some of them case then they don't deny justice, and up till now some of the victim they not get justice. I go give you an instance of a particular killing case where involved a former FBC lecturer Abdul Bakar, where murder in girlfriend Sia Kamara.
Allegedly.
Allegedly murder in girlfriend when I see a camera, and up till now the victim no justice. And also we get a sexual violence case where that young man be raped, allegedly raped old mommy. So now my question is that waiting the government to do with regards to the thing there, and waiting the government go assure Sierra Leoneans them if the government go assure Sierra Leoneans that accountability, not to just for talk say we dey raise awareness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Auntie IJ, will start with you? I want to let you take, let's say, about 4 minutes for just summary response on implementation of laws. You comment on the theme about justice, generally implementation, including the healthcare sector. I don't see if they take note as well. What's in the happen? Then they also ask about your position on FGM and online bullying, and then within the justice sector as well.
Thank you very much. I want to start with the last one. We did ask what in government they do about accountability. You know, the fight against the SGBV, not one person they do. The matters the way they go to court. Most times also, the matter can in a court, we need to get people and for follow up on them matter then they. Like for example, the issue we talk about, so I know they comment on this year and Packard in case because the matter they under it did a court. I need to comment on that. We already see what's in the going with that day. So I know comment on that. But we follow that matter. This strictly mean a one person, not to me no more. We 50-50 women's forum, all women's organization would they pay serious attention to that particular matter because it's a landmark case for make them double with them. The second one, you talk about waiting we they do for cases the way they go to court, where they need to account for, where they need to pursue. There are times again, the people and we get the matter, that they can get the issue. Let me tell you one thing. Issues the way now we don't take that matter, they go court. What's in the family do, then go take the chief. That's what tell the chief say, if you can't beg for this matter, you self will make them hold you because what's in do you are part of the crime. So me no say a lot of awareness they go on, and this particular the current AG you will get, it don't make sure it don't create a special section now in ministry where they follow up on then domestic violence cases there for let them fast track them. So as you know, just make sure we know, bring account to our attention because at times again we never know about them. Yeah. Then the other issue, the lady will talk about this matter na Kenema. I wonder because Kenema na one area where the woman them, especially the women's organization, they follow up on them rape matters there. So maybe we another report because any matter we go na Rainbow, they make sure say they send. They only stop them if I can as if it happen. They send an FSU na they send them to the ministry, and now they send copy to me as team lead on presidential on this SGBV. So after this I will engage you and know how far that matter they day, and if at all then take the matter to then carry picking go na Rainbow or even can go hospital. Because some of the issues that they would get the community necessarily compromise. So now later now, when the neighbors and don't raise the awareness, then they bring the matter come we don't lost the evidence because you know say first of all when they tamper out picking the rape for WhatsApp, for the NS, you can go straight na Rainbow so that they don't forget sample that specimen that will take for know if na rape they rape or if na just hand them put balance so we go for identify as do the kind of my issue get interesting. Somebody talk about FGM. What's my stance on FGM? The law is there, age grade. For say we abolish FGM, for now we don't pass that law days. But the law way day, you need to put picking bondo. Picking no they go bondo. The picking for no what I mean, what we don't do the age grade day. We say not put picking bondo until you're 18 years. So now agreement that day, but that's what they practice. So what do we for do? We bring that issue there up. We sit down at this country. People bring all kind of politics in kinds like that in there. 30 days will able forget that matter they go to parliament for us to take a decisive decision on them. But what's with the campaign and the awareness how they raise, you know they put speaking bondo.
Clean.
You know they put speaking bondo. Because me when me sit down, me say go bondo. And you know they teach speaking how to take care of man. You know with a limit FGM to just FGM. Bondo is a whole institution. When a day you go teach girl picking them how for take care of themselves, how for take care of man when they don't mind. And also picking the teacher and they a big girl. So when we get to that point, we'll cross it. But me stands on FGM, and while we practice the age grade.
Thank you.
Because if it became not 18 years, he left around for them accept Sawangu Bundo or not. Yeah?
Thank you. We don't.
Before me, the other possible talk about waiting happen or not. I think that you don't bring account to our attention that we made the minister say we take,
Yeah.
and we will make sure so we inform the minister and the authorities that we're responsible for that day. Investment in girl picking them. That they will not even need for talk, but from when Minister Sidon I what himself don't talk. President Biodo make sure that don't happen. And the theme this year, we convert them, say, Lord, we invest in girl picking them and woman. girl picking and woman there. How you they invest in them? For let them go school. Because we don't educate a girl picking, you don't empower them for the rest of your life. So many things say invest in girl picking and woman them. No thing that the way this government they joke with at all. And me job now for make sure say them policies then they we if you want die safe, we want for revitalize them back so that nobody no go forget about that so that we continue for invest in the empowerment of girl picking and woman them.
Thank you very much, Auntie Ajay. Look, and to Alfonso, I just want to make clear the official position of the government of Sierra Leone was name be included in the Child Rights Bill. It go cabinets more than once, overwhelmingly approved by cabinet. And at the position of President Bio and in cabinet. Now that he want for explicitly end FGM against minors. That's the position of the government of Sierra Leone. I may go all over the world. That's our position. But the government of Sierra Leone get multiple arms. Parliament, then do their own parts. And then remove that specific provision. But that no means say we own position don't change. We not there with it. That's our position. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I will run through them quickly. Mr. Ibrahim say you talk about public education. Now so I say, now so NPRA be they do. You see, the issue of the petroleum sector, it need constant engagement because volatile things change at seconds, at minutes. And the minister there, I want for reiterate, we need for continue for do that day. Although to the talk, so it's difficult for Kitchen and Eastern. Eastern, if you know what's doing at Eastern radio, you talk. It's difficult for Kitchen with traditional radio.
I mean, Eastern man, but not terrible Eastern. You want so people only listen to radio now live. This Eastern station and the carry we live right now.
If you go, no, pass now to the internet, but if you go there for the 98, people they go there, Mr. Number 2, Mr. Stila. Well, Mr. Stila, government open the sector. You know, it allow private people then for do business. But since they suggest say government for do business, we all are citizens. Where you talk government says but government open the space for private investor them. Somebody talk about hoarding of fuel. Now crime. If you go inside the NPRA Act, you get fine. And once way for the way you know say station, they will get fair way they hide. You for can report. NPRA the number they all side. You for report. Lastly, somebody talk say, well, our government go ensure say much more fuel go there. Well, you know the strategy day for left fuel inside the country boku. They both send the car will get stock. And lastly, mineral to say we not let we safe. Well, if you take diesel, you turn petrol, that you not let you safe. If you get fuel in a station, you not sell, you create artificial scarcity. We not let we safe. So believe say, Lord, pray, like what talk, let this war end.
Thank you very much. I've been get a couple of questions. One about within government they make. I think say the framing of the question itself get problem. I don't talk say we they say within government they make. It's as if like government they inside the business with the profits. No. There are statutory provisions. And I make now under this government where the pricing formula transparent. You look at who get the Platts price, the imports price, we get the other components them, and then you get all the taxes them where nine government they use for run the economy every day. The highest cost of the fuel price still about half of the current price of that fuel, about half tied to the imports and the cost of that. The margins, storage, transportation, dealership, now about 6 to 8 loans inside there. Taxes, now about 9 loans inside there. 9 to 10 loans. We put all landed together from the 15, we know about the imports to the fuel, rest of the cost within the incur, transport, storage, and all that. Keep in mind, insurance safety, we then get for incur, and all nine they count to about 6 to 9 loans. Then taxes, we know the excise, the tax, and all that, they come between 9 to 10 loans. 9 they cancel that totally. But again, this is not public information. The formula, in fact, when PRA they announce all the time, Then they just announce price. Then they announce the formula where you look at clearly. Only with even at the website, you go there, you go do the math, and then look just now and just do the summary. But this question of Uda for blame on the Falaba incident, I think we don't move past blame. We been get all we get the foreign minister here, we been get the ambassador here, we been get the military leader here, where them you go for go ascertain. There's always a question of the thing about neighbors is that teeth and tongue can jam. And we see most people don't know that Guinea, we will be now also sometimes arrest Guinean officials who believe say car on wheel side because we will not make global news. Because we they engage, then go. Then vessels they're not to treat them. They not end up with officer they not all them vessel then they take them back, hand them over. Now neighborhood issues. We don't move past Uda for blame. Now be clear this misunderstanding will result in a tension will be unnecessary. Where if we solve that not be managed well, if we government, the leadership of President Bio, Vice President Jules Jalo, and the rest of government with foreign minister not be handled well, by now, like Udepa and try for seller all man can sign up for go flex your neighbor. We want to avoid that. So at this stage, I think our will pay attention to what do they do for peace, for being the issue can done. I'll be misunderstanding and that issue they don't be resolved. Let's take the last few questions and I'll wrap up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're done. Yes, on this side. Quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quickly. Una make a sharp. Number 1. Yes. Number 2, Naya, before you ask well.
Good afternoon. Mina Jafferman Davis from Radio Democracy. First off, from the consortium, I want to know what's on a reaction towards this Jebu market who gets at the country. And to Madam Ijekaba, I want to only talk to the public with regards to numbers. Yes, you don't follow what's on the happen at different parts in the country on sexual gender-based violence. But what did the data say? How much on our own cage? How much on our own convict? And a lot of issues on whether on our own in prison and things like that. Then to the minister, today, if I'm not a mistake, don't be consistent week where we pass the hour of 3:30 at the press briefing. Is it a new normal that we get for the continue like that, or would they take?
We're not for ask a question. We probably don't just end at 3:30. So Jaffa in born in the question we will not ask her. But good question, thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Jaffa ask I'm already. Do I get for the with statistics? No, I think you're okay now. Yeah, this one I just want to ask waiting at the status of Sierra Leone when it comes to the national reserve for fuel. If we prepare for go to 2 or 3 months before we get a total supply cutoff.
All right, thank you very much. Atina Eden number 3 years and then 4, 5.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Mina
Yes.
Ubaka Sidi Kamara, Yalonka Online TV. First, I want to commend Madam Kaba. This now outside the issue for Sanakuya. Tell you very thank you for that. Now to the question. I start with the Minister of Information. Yesterday we see outside the president for Mano River get and Conakry and we get a dialogue. We want to know waiting come out of that dialogue.
You not be the pay attention.
Okay.
You just
so
can't.
now, no. I not just come on. There we start.
Oh, yeah, none of starts with now. Not so. All right, go ahead.
You
Go
can still
ahead.
refrain from that side. Okay, now to the CSO. Now, una role as CSO, if now for protect public interest in petroleum, Sierra Leoneans go want for know if una as CSO then office say the government little bit not transparent with citizens them with about how then they increase pump price, the educational sector they not dedicated people them fully before they increase the price. Now when they cannot increase the price, then they can for talk to people them. So Madam Ijekaba, my question here is waiting una you don't do as presidential advisor for see how na the fast track the justice system for victims them. The one way they get case, how then they fast track the case them for let them judge them fast.
It is so. It is so.
Also,
No. It is so. Next.
So good afternoon. Mina
Yes.
Mohammed Stawarite. Mina health education officer. I come to my question, but I just want to like briefly on within that woman. Okay, sorry, please.
Question.
Okay, sir. So in relation to the fuel issue, we also want for land and see waiting at the innovative measures where government don't put in place for ensure say we track some of the challenges we get for camp because some people and how they do business get for ace them, then stock them because fuel don't go up. We not even get for related to the issue. So we think government don't they put in place for ensure say we manage the affairs them for make sure say they not take advantage of situation for raise price. Then secondly, please we need for generational challenge require generational commitment. Waiting at the innovation who go for the thing, but for make we ensure say going forward, anything that we arise go for track. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Final question.
Okay, good afternoon, guys. Mina Suleiman Barry, I the report for TRT World.
Wait, after him, I'll give you a chance. Yes. Go.
So, my question go to Mr. Minister about the taxes on this petroleum. You say we're not able for pull them because it will affect other sectors, but at the same time, government they for help the people them. Government got a source of income. We not just on petroleum. We don't see across the region, not just Sierra Leone. Petroleum go up, but other countries them the government they try for come in and import pull some taxes them so that you know go.
Show me by one country we don't pull
Ethiopia.
Tax. They don't pull the tax there all.
Yes, and they don't pull all, but they pull some.
Government don't go to Ethiopia. They don't pull the tax.
The government of Ethiopia.
You go far, you know, can West Africa. You go Ethiopia, pull.
Not just when if we talk about that within the region, only Sierra Leone and Liberia don't increase.
No, it's not true, sir. There's been increase across the board. It's not true.
Across the world.
Yes, across the board in West Africa. Yes.
So, my answer is, if the not just transportation get for affect, it affects the people who go buy in the market and things the way they come up and come, everything, they affect livelihood. So, now my own question is, how we go try for help the people them?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, final question. Thank you, sir.
All right, Mina Ambassador Joske. So I want to ask this question to the presidential advisor on gender. Few days ago, you've been get an interview with Lamrana Banat with media. Also, you've been say, with any means, by God you empower, and with your efforts, you go try for you ensure say Zenab Shaggy.
You don't get that power, they na court get that power.
And I make it say ensure in talk.
I know they ensure. Now big it big. I don't want.
Say okay. All right.
Justice system now this country they work on their own. Now I make it say but we not get power for go tell the AG or your case. They not get that power there. I just want to help you no more. They go do him best.
Go try. All right. So the second question: what's the relationship and visibility between the Salon Police, particularly the FSU units, Gender Ministry, and also civil society organization where they focus on issues of girls and women them?
Thank you very much. When it comes to you get anti-IJ, I remember say somebody be asked a question about the comments of the former finance minister. No response, but I'll come back to him. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I want to start with that last one there. The visibility that the Presidential Task Force on SGBV. And then we get civil society, we get all the MDAs, we get ministries we get for do with women them, all the inside that task force. If another meeting there come out today, we are not this if make it done for like attend to this press conference. So FSU did it, the military did it, the police did it, all sectors did it. That task force they meet every 2 weeks for assess if the SGBV cases don't increase, whether they decrease, and within the matters the way don't come, how they don't handle them, what the FSU don't do, what the police don't do, what in the justice sector they do. So from that, I will move on to somebody will say, what in me they do as presidential advisor for make sure say people get justice quick or they handle the matter. Now for just get the meeting, and as I say, the Attorney General is also part of this task force. Siba we sit and a part of that task force. So we all did it. So we look at critical issues we pertaining to woman and girl picking, especially when it comes to domestic violence or SGBV. Then a matter we did to we had, we need to joke with them, we make sure say any issue we come, If you don't delay small, we'll call FSU if it matter this way. If it ain't a rainbow, we'll make sure so we track them, say, waiting not happy, we'll not don't do this. If it ain't a court, we'll go to the DPP and say, this matter, suppose for don't done, and if I don't begin, or if for which part it did, for let them update. So that's how visible I am when it comes to those issues. Then somebody ask, well, of course, Siba don't answer, and the issue I talk say, I'm glad you will say by God in power. Me a Muslim, I say, inshallah, we go appeal. We go make sure so we appeal. And when they appeal for something, within me or reach. And as you don't listen to all the things the lawyers then don't say, this is a matter where they between Zainab, Sheriff, and the state. So no matter we very difficult for law, we say let the case then discontinue. Now appeal will continue for appeal. And possibly they beg, you don't go time for beg. For let you see say what you they beg for, make it big. So we still continue for beg. So if I reach that, honestly want for say thank you to everybody. I don't know if I don't left any question. Somebody asked about data. I don't go for give a data now. But I will tell you say the cases that we don't go to court, a lot of them we don't make sure say they don't fast track them. And the one we not go to court, where the family they try for do for let them able for handle them behind doors, we know they agree. Them matter they all lay to the DPP, and I show you say as long as you get for do with SGBV, they go straight to the DPP and they make sure that that matter they then fast track them and they pay attention to that. And as I say, the task force, everybody did it. We get Women's Forum, we get 50-50, we get the Chief Justice, the Attorney General, we get Minister of Information, Minister of Health, Gender, Social Welfare, everybody there inside, and even Rainbow, then they inside that task force. They also meet every 2 weeks for discuss them matter and for see how best we will handle them in the best possible way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Manley, you get a few questions, then I will can do a few within council here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Jaffa, the issue of Jebu is very, very difficult. But inside the PRA Act, they get mandates for clamp down on them on a collaborative effort with the police. You understand? And most of them, Jebu, the way they arrest them, Sante, they find out in a net, then they candy back, and then get specific areas them where they always they do. And then one day, then one time, they reach the fail and the adulterate them. It's a very difficult issue where they make people them mutka in the book down. The other hand talk about fair reserve, the other hand for minister, the other hand talk about public education. Yeah, well, that public education, we don't talk, I will continue for. Do I will talk about innovation? One of the innovation where NPRA gets, where the price go up, you go see and they put on the price in formula. Where the price can down, and they put on the price in formula. And I make you see, fuel 10 it can go down, 10 it go up according to how the formula they now the most innovative something for talk about fuel.
Thank you, sir. So, start with the question will not be answered. We, Miss Senior Comrade of the Great or Radicals Club. In fact, I think since then I be pen pusher, who they call him JJ Blood, now radicals. Me need a radio, and he been say government need for hiding them public information. It's not wrong. Government for always hiding them public information. This is not something we this ministry take very seriously. But I think say anybody will pay attention to public information today, go tell you say not so you have been there. We don't move from the days where people may confuse this government for being a Momo government. So be this government, I will get the bullet pulpit. Every day, take any newspaper, we get at least 10, 20 different stories where we ministry they contribute to. Quotations across newspapers, radio station content across the country, the length and breadth. No, they know the way one of we now, and we get the top people them across radio stations, across. Maybe we know they go argue, we know they go fight. We they lead with facts. We they lead with the spirit of President Bill. We're very proud of that. That example there. No argument on the radio, we don't go with the loss. We know the loss. Because we don't go with facts. Yes, no, not to Manchester, please. That Paul team there. Would they lead with the evidence? And on the issue of fuel, I'm glad the way as they mention them play a video, we be not already do before the increase. We be not already interview. For example, in Mio memory, now the first time this nas alone, where we interview the oil marketers then and then they explain the fuel situation. First time. They be left entirely to government. You know, we they even see NP one day or any of them. We this time, nobody knows sabi themselves. Under President Bill, this government, we have done comprehensive. We interview them, we talk about the entire value chain. We don't do documentaries with them. We dey release her on a daily basis. All the station in the carrier, we dey out. Take stories. So we influence the stories and people don't go understand. We don't do that. The video that we don't do, they across all media. Like I said, I just point out, say, just on Facebook alone, last month we get 1 million impressions. Facebook alone, and also the biggest platform. We get a WhatsApp channel, one of the most influential WhatsApp channel, where in every single group, I go encourage anybody they pay attention to say, we can always do more. In fact, I just announced we come up from one director, we get 5 directors now. We don't strengthen with strategic communication unit. But I want to make something clear. Strategic communication in 2026 is different from strategic communication in 2021. I studied this stuff. I worked for the best brand company in the world, Nike. I know this stuff. Resembio is evidence driven. Would they follow the data? Would they look at what the ministry they do? How the public reaction on the government in work has never been better. The influence we have has never been better. Never. I say that very boldly. Never been better. Would they follow? Strategy comes today. We get people in here. As this press conference they done, they already cut the video. When I arrived at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, I just know one talk. We'll not been get all of this platform will get so now. We'll not been get ability. First meeting, where photographer they say all they take picture. No, photography is a profession. People have PhDs in it. We'll not been get videographer with the edits. We'll not been get people. We'll not been get all lens system here. These state of the art. That's strategic communication in 2026, different from strategic communication in 2018. So I just want for I get the opportunity for clarify, say, yes, we accept. And there's a lot more. But my brother, by the way, I just checked Ethiopia not suspend taxes. I know say you know journalist, and by the way, I don't see some of you report. You're doing a very good job. I'm very proud of you as a brother. But Ethiopia not suspend taxes. And also, the reason is that a country grab no more sooner morning and suspend tax. There's a process to do that. And we not reach that kind of level where they say, oh, let we now decide. Like I say, think about government like you us. You picking get for eat, you get for sick, you go hospital, you get for paying in lights bill, you get for go. So you know they say, oh, because transportation costs don't go up, I get for spend all the money per transport. Therefore, I know they eat again. Only thing they don't talk say government get for require the resources. I say government get alternative means. If finally also as journalists now understand what now the governments in revenue mobilization efforts and the percentage of revenue they collect as well, and how would they manage governments on a monthly basis. So when they collect the money, that money will they collect most times we go for manage, we go for pay external debts, and they suspend external debts because of this crisis. We go for manage internal debt and they suspend internal debt. And now they're very important for let the country continue for maintain in credit rating and the ability for function and mobilize resources. So you cannot suspend those. We got for pay school feeding. We got for pay school fees. You cannot suspend those. We got for pay all public workers. If you day 1 great month, you suspend one of your major salary they get revenue. You say no, I take so because I get fuel crisis now. Then the same people away for buy the fuel now they don't even get money again for buy fuel because majority of the people in there we have so many people who work for government. They need to be paid. You get for pay for the free healthcare. We cannot suspend that. We subsidize so many things, including electricity and all these things. You cannot suspend that. So when you ask what government is doing, we don't explain to you. This man don't explain to you. The price should have been 39. Government intervene. We get for feel some of the effects. We don't do some other strategic effort they would look at for see how. We don't do a freeze for 2 weeks, irrespective of the increase. That's what government is doing. Government, they continue for taking the effort then they and continue for do what we can. And I make we don't talk say, you listen to Mr. Macaulay in video we put out yesterday. We got to get to a point where we concern may not even be price, availability. You have to have the ability to purchase. We go get a worse crisis now, yeah, if we don't get fuel at all. Some places around the world don't begin to get significant shortage. We want to avoid that. Somebody asked whether we get reserve and all that. Yes, we get reserve in the country. Alfonso mentioned from USA we've been there with President Buchanan power with basically just 2 importers and basically very limited storage. President Bio don't expand storage exponentially. We don't make sure say the states get a percentage of that. We don't make sure say we earn the inside with the work. Neither make you see even with the price increase. Yes, they hold for 1 day because they want let the price go up, but immediately fail there at the markets. That's because of what this government has done, because of what's in the government they do. So it may not be perfect. And yes, President Bill commitment and follow move to a point where the government they become a player in the oil business. You're right on that. Multiple countries and the way the government gets a stake, a significant stake. But it's a historic problem we have not had because we don't get oil business as alone. It was all a private sector business. But we are a heavy player in the regulation business. And I make, as I say in America, you buy fuel now, you move go here, the price don't go up. Salon, that don't really happen. It's to protect the market. It's because of the intervention of government. So I want to we left this talk here for now. You been get question with an answer? What not be the question? Hey boy. Another answer? Huh? I not break and down all. See happen today. Now the fast? Eh? Now the fast, eh? Eh? Even the sleep. On that note, still I just slow close. Marcel, thank you to all the media partner. They apologize for who go over because some people in the car will live. We appreciate that. We tell now all thank you for the fantastic work. Tell thank you to me distinguished panelists and the best team government of Salon right now, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, the most outstanding team for when they put this together and the work what they do. Until next week, Assalamu alaikum. It well do it Mubarak Kudikande.